Good Thursday morning, everybody. Jon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We welcome you to the big broadcast here on YouTube, Facebook, as well as we're going on to Twitter again here this morning. Going to give that a try here early on a Thursday morning. We welcome you to the broadcast. Please, our comment section will be open here very, very shortly. So please post up a comment and join us in the chat room for the next 2 hours or so. I know we came on a little bit late here at 7:13. I was having a lot of trouble connecting with the software here this morning. So I don't know if it was a server issue or what was going on. So that is why we are a little bit behind. So we'll see how the traffic pattern set up, but we'll go towards 9 o'clock again. The New Jersey morning show is on hiatus for another 2 weeks, so we are free from having to leave at 8:30. But next week, it looks like we'll have to. Next week, next Wednesday, we may do another ride and drive event, possible. So I'm going up to do some news anchoring and stuff like that. So we'll take you for the ride. I'll figure out how to use that what do you call it thing? The holder, the thing for the phone in the car. This doesn't bounce around as much as it was doing the last time, but that should be fun. So I think that will be next Wednesday. So we'll try to do it. I'm probably gonna have to leave at 7 or so. Just have to see which way I want to go, whether we're gonna maybe we'll do a couple different routes. Maybe we can do one route on the way up, and then on the way back, we'll take a tertiary way of coming around that. But anyway, so we're up here on a Thursday morning. Can you believe it's already Thursday, August the 25th? Unbelievable. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. I'm Jon. Jon Rocco is in the Weather Center while he actually has the forecast. And you know what? We might as well stick to the stream. Might as well stick to the format. And we'll go right to the Weather Center here this morning with Johnny's forecast. But this half hour is sponsored by, or really like this 15 minutes here, if I can get my stuff together, is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. All right, so we got all of that in place here this morning. So let's do this now. Go to the Weather Centers. Golden suns across the board here this morning. So it really is a pretty start for this early Thursday morning. Humidity is down just a tick, just a little bit, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Even last night was actually quite comfortable. Let's take a look at our temperatures here, starting this 7 o'clock hour off into the upper 60s to lower 70s. So again, this is just normal, typical summertime stuff. About 70 across the board here in the 5 boroughs. Same thing on over towards Long Island, 70, 71, 72 or so. Port Jeff, Huntington at 72 and 70 in Shirley. Let's continue to the Hudson Valley now into the lower 60s for, I'd say Middletown. And I'm going to quickly just look at the Monticello number just to see where we are at. We're at 58 degrees in Monticello. Ooh, that's nice and crisp. If you're up in the Catskills there, maybe at Resorts World, ooh, that's nice. 68 in Monroe, 70 in Yonkers. We continue on over to southwestern Connecticut, Torrington at 66, 68 in Hartford, and a little warmer along the shoreline in Bridgeport at 72 degrees. So let's take a look at this forecast for today. It's going to be another hot one as it was yesterday. You know, in my area, definitely got up to about 90 degrees. So that's where we're headed for today. Again, 91 in Central Park, 90 in Freehold, 90 in Trenton, 92 in Cherry Hill. A little cooler at the beaches, 85 in Cape May, 87 in Islip. And also, it's just, it has a little bit, has that sea breeze out there. So it's going to be really beautiful out there along the shore and the beaches here today. So get out and enjoy this summertime hot weather. You know, in another month or so, or 2 months or whatever, in October, you'll be saying, where's these warmer temperatures? It's 57 degrees. So definitely get out and enjoy the last vestiges of summer, especially for the kids here going back to school in, let's see. 2 2 weeks. I think they go back the Thursday after Labor Day, Wednesday, Thursday after Labor Day. So Labor Day is a bit late, if you want to call it that. So I think they go back on the 8th. So which is what's that, 25th? It's 2 weeks from today. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Join us again at 7:45 for another check of the forecast from Jon Rocco, our chief meteorologist in training from Rutgers University. We'll take a look to see if there's any rain in the forecast, as well as see how the temperatures hold up for this upcoming weekend. So again, we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Ralph makes some of the best ice cream in the land. If you're a participant of this program over the last 3 months, you know that this ice cream is the best. Cotton candy, peach mango sorbet, lemon sorbet, blood orange sorbet there. Those are all dairy-free, has sugar-free options, frozen yogurt, pineapple, raspberry whip. Our friends over at Dole. Just really light and refreshing. Party cake, a cookie dough. Same thing with the grasshopper. And again, cotton candy is another crowd favorite. You can see all the wonderful toppings that Ralph has to offer for your Sundays. Also has the toppings bar here with the candied walnuts, as well as the strawberries and raspberries and different fruits there, as well as the peanut butter and the marshmallow drizzle, not dizzle, drizzle. And also makes these wonderful ice cream sandwiches, the flying saucers and the chipwiches. And the piece de resistance is the ice cream cakes, these delicious ice cream cakes, these small rounds from 4 to 8, and then a larger sheet cake to up to 40 people. So perfect for a birthday or any special occasion. So once again, that's the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website. Also follow him on Instagram and his Facebook page. Alrighty then, with that said, let's head to the action here this morning. So we got some problems getting to the Lincoln Tunnel now. The exclusive bus lane is shut down on the inbound side. So what we're going to do is there's the Columbia 1 camera. If I can get this right. Let's see if I can get this right. Columbia 2. What's the first one? Why they put the cameras underneath each other is beyond me. That's tough. Okay. Expand this. So now everything is show. Wow, that's a big accident here. What is going on? Wow. So I see police here. This is probably Port Authority, North Bergen. This is I believe, the tow truck for this bus, but I don't know what this is over here. I wonder if the car veered off into the bus lane or got in the lane and not realizing that it's traffic coming the opposite way. And let's pray that it's not a head-on situation. This camera is going to time out. Oh, no. That's a wow. Yeah, I mean, there is nothing moving coming out. So again, if you're going to be in the city, you've got to go Holland or George because you've got nowhere to go here this morning. Alexandra, good morning to you. Good morning from sunny New York City. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out there. Unfortunately, here in North Bergen, not. Tough ride here for our friends getting to and from the Lincoln Tunnel. Outbound 495 is completely shut. Um, Again, I just don't. I'm not quite sure of. Again, this exclusive bus lane has always been an interesting prospect. Now, again, most people who travel the Lincoln Tunnel, the camera goes out of service. I don't get why that does that. Okay, so now they zoomed it in. Okay, let's see what they got. So there's the bus. Look at the front end of that bus. It's just mangled. Wow. Okay, so now they're starting to let some traffic come through. So that bus was not involved in that crash. Um, let's see here now. So they're slowly letting that traffic come through. Traffic flow, they got to get the traffic out to Route 3 because this is going to get you on the Tunnelly Avenue heading south, and that's not going to do. I mean, that's not going to do anybody any good. Let's just hang with this in real time now. Just don't know what this is here, right in here. Another emergency. Is that a fire truck? Is that I can't really tell. It's this camera's like the worst. I mean, at least we've got this to kind of figure out. Close out of this camera again. And we'll come back here to this. So they're kind of like going to the right and then coming back into the left, I should say, out to Route 3. But this one I think this is gonna be out there for a while, unless you're just trying to clear traffic and they're gonna shut this down altogether. But there's really no place for people coming out of the Lincoln Tunnel to go to. So I think they're gonna have to have at least a lane open, at least one open, getting away from the tunnel. Can't really force all that traffic onto the local streets there in Weehawken and North Bergen. That's a difficult prospect. So now whether the other car, I would think if it was if this bus hit the front end of another bus or the back end of another bus, the other bus would be there. And I haven't seen it this morning. I'm thinking that a car either wandered off and got into the exclusive bus lane because, I mean, there's nothing really stopping you from getting in the bus lane other than you got to know that the traffic is coming the other way at you. Or just clipped or something. The whole driver's side windshield was completely shattered. This is the bus in question down here. That the whole driver's side windshield is completely obliterated. There's just nothing left of it. So, it's possible maybe someone was in that left lane and either the bus veered out of the lane or the car veered into them. I mean, anything is possible here, but I don't know what all of this is here, whether this is the other vehicle of some type that headed out. Give me 1 minute. I gotta grab my phone a second. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Just need to get the phone. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's go to the maps. Let's see how far that delay goes. Now, let's go to the Hudson River crossings. We'll check out the travel times here. Probably every media in the city is trying to do it. So about 10 to 12 at the Holland, about 20 at the Lincoln, and about 30 coming back to New Jersey. So yeah, I just wish I knew had some more details for us as far as what's going on. Um, they're concentrating here by the ramp to Tunnelly Avenue South. So there's another flatbed there. Now, whether a ambulance too. That's my thinking is that a bus and another vehicle collided quasi head on into the side there this morning. That's kind of what I'm going to go with. Just looking at the damage, what we saw very briefly with the camera um, on the bus. So yeah, that's what I am going to go with here this morning. Um, Let me do this because it is now 7:30. And this is our breaking news. I just want to bring in our newest partner here at Shave Cave over in Clark. We thank them for sponsoring the 7:30 half hour. Let's go here. I can't. There is another camera here. Let's see. No, that's not working. I thought maybe they may have taken that camera to take a look. Maybe this one. No. Hmm. So I mean, they certainly do have a lane open, no question about that. Um, Sorry, give me 1 minute there. So yeah, so this is the big top story now this morning is the Lincoln Tunnel, probably a good 20 to a half an hour, to at least 20 minutes on the inbound side. We're backed up onto back onto the turnpike. Yeah, we're starting to creep into there, and then eastbound 3 also going to be a major problem as well. So um, again, they're really concentrating over here on this side of 495. A little concerned as far as if it's you know, like I said, I think it's a bit of a head-on collision there with another vehicle, and that car ended up on this side or something, or they moved it over to the um moved it over to that one side there. Wow, I mean, it's a big response here this morning, and I couldn't tell what the bus company was when they had the camera um when they had the camera zoomed in. They had the camera zoomed in, so yeah. Hmm. This camera's going to time out again. For some reason it just keeps timing out. Um Back here again. Just let it run. Let's see here. So again, the bus in question is down at the bottom. Sorry about that. The bus in question is down at the bottom, and then you've got quite a bit of a mess here this morning. Again, it looks like it's possible that there is some sort of a vehicle that was involved here as well. Again, this is the outbound side of 495 to the Lincoln Tunnel. That is where we're dealing with this collision. To me, it looked like it was a head on, just looking at the bus earlier with the windshield was smashed. Um, So yeah, so that is our issues here in question this morning. And again, that's getting away from the Holland Tunnel, looking at about a half an hour now from the city back to New Jersey, but the inbound side is growing as well. Um, so, if you're getting on by Pleasant Avenue up Kennedy Boulevard up that way, you're probably saying, well, where is everybody? Well, they're all stopping to take a look at this. And then you're also getting the buses in the general flow of traffic here this morning on that inbound side. So that is the major problem here on a Thursday morning, not what you like to see. So hopefully everyone involved is doing well um, in the crash. But again, I just don't know whether what the bus company was that was involved in this collision this morning. Again, we'll go to Hudson's here about 40 coming back, and now about 20 into the city. George is under about 10. Same thing at the Holland Tunnel. Where is it going to go? I want to go to New Jersey Transit just to check to see if they have anything up here on their screens for the buses. Raritan Valley's got some delays, 15 minutes there. Hudson Bergen Light Rail departure 604 canceled. Riverline, 15-minute delays in either direction. The buses, I don't know the numbers. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Do not know the numbers of the buses. Um, let's see. Is it 114? No. These are all just down in South Jersey. I think the lower numbers are up north, and then further south we go. Hmm. Okay. Road construction. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. All right, so that is the issues there. I'll just wind this up here this morning. So we've got another crash here on the car side of things for the turnpike as we progress this morning. Yeah, there's no cameras there. Let's go to the maps. So again, take the Lincoln Tunnel off the list. I think that's why the Skyway is starting to get a little bit busier now, as people are bailing out of that problem with the Lincoln. And car lanes north on the turnpike here, north of 18. Watch for that collision. So the turnpike cameras. I don't think we're going to see anything. Again, we're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I know, Anna, you did make a comment. Yes, good morning. Sorry, didn't acknowledge it earlier, just involved in that crash. Buenos dias, beautiful sunny start to the day in Homedale, too. Yeah, it is really nice looking, very, very attractive day out there. No question about that. It's the summer. So we just continue to enjoy it, right? That's what we got to do is to continue to enjoy it. Let's see here now. We want to go to interchange 9 north of that. Toll Plaza. That's not going to do us any good. Interchange 9. Well, let's see here. I don't see anything there. Okay, so it's a little bit further up the line. It's probably it's almost right between 9 and 10 is where we're going with that. So let's see. Yeah, that's going north on the turnpike. That's our major problem there. But the rest of New Jersey doesn't look bad at all. East along 78, starting to see something going on here this morning east of Oldwick Road. It's a little bit heavy, maybe some sun glare building into the picture, getting into the construction. Um, we go to the other spot I wanted to look at was 17. Now, there's nothing on the list. I think there's an accident here. This is over by West Saddle River Road. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Let's go back to the incident page. We'll check that out in real time. Nothing being reported now. But there is absolutely something going on. Something's going on here, right? 17 as we head north this morning. Hey, Justin, there you are, pal. Morning, pal. Good morning. You got a couple nice days off here today. Maybe you hit the links, get a couple, get a nice round in today. It's beautiful. So 17 north here out towards West Saddle River Road. We are dealing with a crash in the process of being cleared there. 7:39 now is our time. All right, so let's go to the city page. We'll keep an eye on the Lincoln Tunnel. That is the big story here this morning. Let's see, George Washington Bridge lanes open, delays there. Okay, so we'll stay here in the Bronx. Golf and Sunday. Look at this. Look at this guy. Good for you. Look at you. Awesome. Nice. I'll text you later about something you'll really enjoy. I don't want to say it on the air because I can't for right now, but I'll text you something neat about cars. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy. So westbound of the Cross Bronx, I think something happened here at the outbound George earlier because this should not be this way. So looking at about a half an hour or so, give or take, on that westbound CBX, southbound side of the Deegan coming into the Cross Bronx, that is a heavy ride as well. FDR Drive coming into the RFK, kind of normal stuff there as we head south. Just a delay there. And then we're picking up more delays here on the FDR Drive coming down into the 70s. So unless something happened there, it just kind of looks like just some very, very sluggish traffic here this morning. South on the BQE is heavy, getting across the Kosciuszko Bridge. Normal delays through Industry City, Gowanus, and the BQE combo. Up through Atlantic Avenue, upper level to Staten Island at the Verrazano is busy. And take a look at the eastbound side of the expressway. That is crowded here, getting past 440. North on the turnpike here, there's something going on as well. And again, it's this port traffic. Every now and then we start to see this heading out to a port and getting off at 13A. Let me go to the traffic cameras here on the turnpike. Let's see. Turnpike 13A. No, exiting turnpike. And I bet you that doesn't work. Seems to be fine there. Let's see, south of 14, maybe? No. Let's close this out. North of 13. That's just jammed. That is just loaded up. So there's definitely something's going on here on the turnpike. We'll go back to the New Jersey list because New Jersey is just exploding here this morning. This is 10. That's north, car lanes north of between 9 and 10. About a mile and a half delay there. And this is 495. 2 lane. We know about that. But there is definitely something's going on here to the exit ramp to 81. So it's definitely coming off of here out of the toll plaza. For some reason, this is all jacked. I think it's on 81 in here because it's also affecting the southbound side of 13A. Getting over here because the North Avenue getting out to the port is all jammed here up by Lookers and the Skyline Diner here. So something's definitely going on there. It doesn't take much other than a broken down tractor trailer on this overpass that's only one lane to really screw things up here on the turnpike heading north. So, yeah, a bit of a difficult ride here this morning. So New Jersey just getting hit hard all across the board. Queens, both ways of the Van Wyck is heavy at Hillside, east on the Grand Central, and the LIE is heavy out to the Clearview, west on the LIE, both ways out by the Fairgrounds is a solid ride. The Cross Island picking up more volume up to Hempstead Turnpike. All right, so 7:43 now is our time. Let's go to the Long Island incident page. We'll take a look at that. See what we've got cooking here this morning. Let's see. Satico southbound, South Pine Air lane is shut. So that's going to be out here, right there. We do have cameras there, so let's take a look. See what we are dealing with, I should say. We'll zoom in and give you the details. Here's Pine Air. Yeah. Traffic to the camera is traveling unknown. Wow. It's the informed camera, and they don't even know what side of the road it's on. That's not reassuring. Oopsie. I would have to say that's south going away because I think this is to the eastbound, to the southern state, heading out to East Islip, if I would be so inclined to do so. But if they just look at the camera on the location, it's on the northbound side. So let's see here. There's the wreck. It's a wreck. As Greg Rice says, the great Greg Rice on 880 and 1010 wins. It's a wreck. So southbound here on the Sandy Coast is just buried in traffic with this crash. So hopefully everyone is okay here this morning as we come south again on the Sandy Coast Parkway, just south of Pioneer Drive. So looks like we only got one lane. Again, there's only two lanes there. So, give yourself some additional travel time. So it's going to be right in this area here as we head south. Now that I see Justin is with us. I don't know, JG, did you see the new Dodge Daytona SRT, the Banshee, the fully electric Charger? That thing is going to be a beast. That is going right after Tesla. They are going full tilt. Both ways to the southern here at 135 is heavy. Sunrise Highway, a little busier than I'd like to see here. Out towards the area of 27A, Netquat River State Park Preserve. Yes, sir. As soon as we finish the break, I think I will be able to bring up a picture and I can show you. Let's see here. So, all right, we're kind of all over the map here, literally. West on the LA, heavy at Vets. That's typical stuff there. Sunrise Highway, Mass Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, into East Hampton. Let's see, Justin says, in EV form, what's the horsepower on that? 500 plus? That's what I would think, but I don't know. I think it's maybe even more than that because they're killing off the Hellcat engines, which were like about 707, 800 horsepower or so. So, but nothing official has been released. I don't think the car will really get production form until another year or so, but we'll see. But let me see if I can find the photographs of that in a moment. I want to quickly just hit the Connecticut incident page and the Hudson Valley incident page before we get to our sponsor. Take a look at that, and then we'll go back to the Lincoln Tunnel situation. So 95, let's see, 95 going south, 26. We'll go 26 through 6, about 20 some odd miles of traffic there. Merritt 47, 42, and then 40 through 36, so 47 to 36. Let's go to the Hudson Valley incident page. I'm sure there's a broken out vehicle somewhere to be found. Vehicle fire, 684 north of Bedford. The shoulder is out. Bridge hit in the Hutch south of 12. Two lanes are blocked there. That just, you know, how people say traffic is not important is beyond me. I just don't get it. It's in here. I think it's right in here by Saxon Woods. Yeah. Um, Back to the cameras again. Let's see here now. Where am I going? Oh, here. It's kind of a blind area here. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, they love these cameras with the bird eye view. That's Mamaroneck Avenue. That's not going to do us any good. All right, so there's no cameras there. All right, so let's do a reset now. Let's go to the Weather Center and talk to our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco, president of the Weather Watcher Club. Just want to stick to the schedule here, but we're kind of just all over the place here. As golden suns across the board here this morning. Temps are into the upper 60s to lower 70s now, probably closer to the 70-degree mark on average through New Jersey. We'll take a look at the 5 boroughs now into the lower to mid 70s or so. That is what we're looking at here for our temperatures through Flatbush and Flushing. Same thing out towards Long Island into the lower 70s or so to start things off on a Thursday, and we continue over towards the Hudson Valley, into the mid to upper 60s. That Monticello number was down into the lower 50s, or the upper 50s, I should say. Whoa, don't want to do that. Let's see. 58, 59 degrees in Monticello this morning. So just trying to find Justin's EV. Let's see here now. Give me one moment as I continue on. Let's see what this brings. Anyway, come out. Oh, so temps here in the Hudson Valley into the lower 70s or so. Again, we got sidetracked with Monticello being about 58, 59 degrees. We'll take a look at southwestern Connecticut. So temps here into the lower 70s or so. So, really a pleasant morning here on a Thursday. There's John's forecast for today. Temps are going to be another hot one, getting closer towards 90 degrees or so. 92 in Cherry Hill. 90 in Freehold, 86 in New Haven, 89 in Andover, 85 in Cape May. So again, a little bit cooler at the beaches by not much, but it's going to be a beautiful day to hit the shore or the beaches, wherever you would like to go and get out and enjoy. It's just going to be absolutely spectacular and beautifully pleasant here across the tri-state. Here's your rain and storm threats now. Now, scattered PM storms for tomorrow. Got to talk to Johnny about that because I was thinking about going to a car show tomorrow evening, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be in the cards. We'll see how that plays out as far as if that's going to take place. Weekend looks great. Next shot of maybe a little bit of rain, late storm chance here this morning. Or Monday is our next shot at that. And here's the 7-day weather forecast. So 91 for today, 89 for tomorrow, 86 on Saturday. I would say, again, unofficial, Central Jersey yesterday, I definitely had 90 on the clock, and if we hit 90, 91 today, that's 2. And Friday, I'm sure somebody will put up a 90 spot. That could be a small heat wave. It only takes 3 days of consecutive 90 degrees to qualify for the heat wave. But we'll see. 86 on Saturday, 82 on Sunday. So a little bit cooler on Sunday, a Late storm chance on Monday and back up towards close to 90 on Tuesday and 88. Where we're going, we don't need roads. 88 on Wednesday. Um, we're getting closer to the Labor Day weekend. Anna says, any info about humidity levels? No, John didn't send anything over with humidity levels. I can take a quick look here from our friends over at NOAA, National Weather Service. We'll bring them into the mix here this morning. We're looking again, these temps are about an hour old. We still have another 6-7 minutes before the next reporting station comes in, but LaGuardia at 62% humidity, so the numbers are up there a little bit. Trenton at 81%, 73% at EWR, that's Newark, 76 in Farmingdale. So the humidity is probably a tick a little bit higher than what it was yesterday. And Justin says 88 miles per hour. Absolutely. There you go. And I did find pictures of the car. We're going to do that here in a second, but I've got to talk to you about here this morning about the our sponsor for this half hour. Where is the picture? There it is. The Shave Cave, located at 1471 Raritan Road in beautiful Clark, New Jersey, conveniently located right off the Parkway between exits 135 and 136. 908-325-6283. And talk to my man Omar there, and follow him on Instagram at Chop God. He is the guy to go to, although the rest of the shop, very, very talented hair artists. I don't know if that's really the place. I don't know if that's the word that they would use in the place, because it's definitely a classic, it's the classic barbershop. Not going to lie to you on that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, bunch of talented fellows over there at the Shaved Cave. Again, 1471 Raritan Road in beautiful Clark, New Jersey. 908-325. Number comes across. I haven't memorized it just yet. 6283. There we go. 325-6283-908. So definitely head out there for your grooming needs. Get the kids all cleaned up there from the summer vacations and ready for a fresh start at school. So we thank Omar and the boys over there at the Shaved Cave. All right. So the first thing we're going to do here is let's do this. I've got to go back to 495 very quickly before we get to the top. And we'll talk to Justin about the awesome Dodge vehicle coming. Again, I believe it's a bit of a concept to a degree, but I think it's probably going to be what we see. Let's take out the banner. There we go. We got to come up here now and put the lower third in. There we go. All right. So we're still dealing with this major issue on the outbound side of the Lincoln. This is 495 getting away from the tunnel here at Tunnelly Avenue in North Bergen. We've got the exclusive bus lane shut down. Only one lane is open. The two left lanes are shut there on the outbound side. So only one lane squeezes by there. On the right, looks like, to me, it looks like it was a head-on collision or with the bus, because earlier we saw the bus, the windshield on the driver's side was completely smashed. I mean, like, there was just nothing left. The whole thing shattered, and the side of the bus had some very heavy damage there on the left-hand side. So we hope and pray that the driver of this vehicle, or if there was another vehicle involved, are okay in this. But this is the top story here this morning for our friends getting to and from the Lincoln Tunnel. I want to go here. We'll give the well, that's the path alerts. Let's refresh that. Again, you're watching us live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter this morning. Trying to Twitter out again. Can't read the comments on Twitter for some reason, but we've got the Hackensack River drawbridge test lifting here, Newark World Trade, 10 to 11, 1 to 2. So again, those times are subject to change. So where are we going? Oh, we're going to the Hudson River crossings. I would say the inbound side is probably about 25, outbound about 45. Missed it by 5 minutes on either side. Well, I missed it by 1, 40 and 5 here. So George is clean. Holland is good. Avoid the Lincoln if you can. Again, we come out of Saxon Woods, like Saxon Woods. There it is this morning, right in here. Eastbound 3 is basically almost cleared out. But again, if this was like 2 3 weeks from now, you would see the turnpike backed all the way down into Newark, and this would be like a 2 hour wait at the Lincoln for this. But we're in the summer. That's a little bit of a silver lining in any of this. So all right, so 7:58 is our time. We're going to take a quick pause from the mayhem on the roads here. And again, I don't know, can understand why a lot of the local media doesn't do a whole lot of traffic anymore. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Instead, we'll talk about somebody doing something stupid in some other part of the country, and nobody cares about that here in New Jersey. So there it is, JG, right there, bud. Let's view the photos from our friends at Car and Driver. Let's see here. View the gallery. And that's the gallery. I can't even see the whole picture. Hope you can see it, JG. It's almost like a dark smoke kind of purple color. But look at the front end of that thing. That's sharp. I love the lighting, the pattern there. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That is real. If they produce this car exactly the way it looks like this, they're going to sell a ton of these things. They're going to sell a ton of them. And again, remember, I believe the original Charger was actually a two-door. That style is awesome. It is. I agree. The two-door Charger was actually, the most famous one was the one they used in the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't even know if you can even mention the car now without being canceled or whatever, but the bright orange Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard. So go with that. And also the Charger in the movie Bullet with Steve McQueen is the one that it's the one that chases Steve McQueen in Justin's Ford Mustang. The streets of San Francisco, still one of the best car chases like ever on film. It is awesome. JG's in love with the car. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if we can show you some more pictures. Actually, if you go to YouTube, not my channel, I didn't do it, but they're Rady's Rides. You're familiar with Joe Rady, does an awesome job with his car reviews, and he got a first exclusive look at this vehicle, and actually got an exclusive look at the inside as well. Not too many journalists were able to do that. So if you get a chance, maybe take a look at that here. We're at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. Justin, we're gonna cut back to the Lincoln because that's the main focus right now. We'll come back to this. I'll leave these pictures in the queue. As want to take a look at the humidity levels here. It changed to that page. Okay, so let's go back here now. We'll re-roll this camera. To me, it almost looks like they've shut the westbound. Oh wait, let's do this. We thank the Shave Cave for the sponsorship there. That half hour, we go back to the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, crimeforvanillabeancreamery.com. So this is the top story again, friends here. This is I'm going to go with now. The outbound side of 495 is completely shut. Coming up to 19 North Bergen. It's possible there may be an investigation with this too. That's kind of what I'm thinking here this morning, because all of a sudden the traffic is gone. Like there is no traffic here. So unless they're holding it back to move the vehicles out of the way, that's certainly a possibility. We got to go back here. Back in here. Let's replay this. So yeah, I mean, it's temporarily shut here at this point, heading away from the Lincoln. So we're looking at least 20, 25 on the inbound side. Outbound is probably closer to the hour mark because there really is no, there really is no place for any of this traffic to go this morning from the outbound side of the Lincoln Tunnel. So that's what we're dealing with here, getting out to 19 in North Bergen. But I have a feeling this is going to be an INV here. This is going to be an investigation because that front of that bus was just wrecked. I mean, there was just nothing left of that bus. No question about that. From what we saw, a little while ago. Um, these cameras, why do they time out? What's the point of timing out? It's not like the it's not like the NJ511 website is the most heavily traveled trafficked website in the state of New Jersey. I mean, come on. Okay, so now they're backing the bus down. You can see the damage. See it right in here, right on that side. So backing the bus down. Let's see if I can enlarge this photo. There we go. It's like widescreen. How to make this thing any larger? There we go. So now they are backing the bus down. Let's just see here what they're going to do. Of course, it goes out of service. What is going on here with this thing? Again, friends, we can get pictures from the moon, but we can't get pictures from North Bergen. I just don't get that. Let's see. All right, I gotta just make this a little bit smaller. XBL, the XBL, not the XFL, the XBL. Here we go. There it is. This. All right, so it looks like traffic's now starting to flow through again. The bus, I guess they probably pushed it off and went down the ramp here to 19 and Tunnelly. If everyone was okay. So, unless there's some debris or fuel of some type, I would imagine this may reopen the bus lane here shortly. So that's a good sign that the bus is out of the way, that it's not an INV here. That lens tends to say, not to say that everyone is okay, that maybe the injuries or whatnot were not quite serious. Um, so at least we got some traffic flowing now on the outbound side of things. There is the Saddle River crash that we mentioned earlier, the turnpike here now up to 2 miles now on the car side of things. We'll go to the cameras here, but I just don't, I think we're too far in either direction. Let's see if it shows anything. That's north moving away. You can start to see where the backup is beginning there. It's right in this stretch here. Let's go back to the Google Maps. The Google. Let's do this. It's right in here. That's where our issues are lying here at 806. North on the turnpike again, all jacked up into 13A because there's something going on when you come out of the toll plaza here onto North Ave, getting out to the port and out towards IKEA. Every now and then we see this, and I don't know if all the truck drivers all show up at the same time or there's a broken down, disabled, or something. Not 1,000% sure on that, but we'll keep an eye on that problem as well. There's also some issues here, I think, on 280 getting into Pleasant Valley Way. Let's go to the cameras there, because that has been a little bit red for the last, we want 280. Prospect. I don't think this is going to show us anything, but we shall see. No, look at that. So there's definitely something happening there at Prospect and 7-8 in that vicinity. I'm surprised these cameras actually work. Portal at 6, and that one doesn't work. So we go to the Prospect. Okay, so there's Prospect. So something's definitely going on west here into Pleasant Valley between 8 and 7. My math is right. Yeah, between exits 8 and 7. This is at the top of the hill here in West Orange. Quite sure why. Don't really see any. Something's definitely blocking a lane now, whether it's a broken down vehicle or whatnot. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely something that's going on. Parkway is starting to slow down here. Tad, Tad Martin, a tad. I think this is that road work at 120 that's starting to set up. Let's go to freshest numbers here at the Lincoln. Yeah, it's about the same. It's starting to come down just a little bit. So inbound about 10 here, about 10 to 12 at the Holland. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to go Parkway cameras here by 120 down closer to Annaland. We'll go south here. The other day, yeah, that's there it is on the local side. I think that's road work setting up. We saw road work here the other morning in this stretch where the left lane was shut coming through there. That's a really tight ride there down from 9. So if you're coming across the Driscoll Bridge, off the Driscoll Bridge here, opt for the express lanes instead, because that local side, as you see it there, until that road work fully sets up coming into 117, that is going to be our issue here in the AM. Let's see, the shore communities, Parkway 35, everything is good. Route 9, 195, Parkway 37 is clear. We continue on over towards Route 9, AC Expressway 55, Route 40, all in good shape. 55 getting into 42 is a bit sluggish, but 295 in the Turnpike, we're moving fine. Delaware River crossings are looking good. Western Jersey, we're rolling along really nicely. I would say the 17 issue has been cleared here at Saddle River Road. We'll keep an eye on the 208 debacle getting out towards Maple Avenue. We've seen the last couple of mornings. So, wow, it's been a busy morning already. Wow. Holy cow. Let's go back to the incident page. So 495, it looks like just the exclusive bus lane is shut. All the main lines are coming away from the Lincoln are open now. We go to New York. Take a look at the BQE at Wythe Avenue. Lane is out there. East 161st Street, River Ave, that's shut with an investigation. Westchester River Parkway, south of Maronick Road, the shoulder is out. We've seen that as well. Go to the out and go to the city cameras, shall we? Again, friends, we're up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. 8:11 is of time. This is Odon, your traffic jockey in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We welcome you to the big broadcast. Please leave a comment in the comment section, as Alexandra and Anna and Justin have done so very nicely here this morning. And let us know where you are hailing from, are watching us from. Let's see, it's right down in here. Let's see. It's into the distance here. There it is. There's the police car. Get a little Wythe. There it is. Right lane is shut there. We've got some ambulances on scene, so hopefully everyone is okay in that. Once again, that's the most important thing. But, our traffic is just jacked here. Back to the Williamsburg Bridge. Here, heading south. That's a colossal mess. Side. That's southbound here. That's the exit for the Williamsburg, so southbound is busy. Let's do this. So first of all, Staten Island, we're fine. Staten Island is fine. Inbound Gowanus is a mess through Industry City. Getting up to the BQE, what else is new there? And then this is just all tied into the crash at Wythe Avenue, south of the Williamsburg, Midtown Tunnel, about 1510 at the Ed Koch This FDR Drive is just buried in traffic, getting all the way out to 96th Street. I wonder if something happened there. Kind of what I'm thinking. 90th. I think it's further up the line. Maybe at 96th. Yeah, left lane is shut here with some EMS activity. Just before 96th Street on the FDR, we've got a crash here, and you can see, wow, look at that. Oofa. Yeah, that's a tough ride there. It's at 120th Street. Not much movement this morning. This is out by the RFK. What else is new there? Third Ave Bridge. Oofa. Man, there's just a ton of traffic here this morning. Wow. The other issue is here in the Bronx, the westbound cross Bronx, underneath the outbound side is really jammed. That's going to run you almost an hour. I really think that there was something going on earlier. Either wasn't reported or, because look at that. You're barely even moving. Unless there's something else going on under the apartments, but that's right there. That's for the upper level. That's just normal, quite honestly. Unfortunately, all these other cameras are not conducive. The Trans-Manhattan Expressway just doesn't get any love whatsoever. Unfortunately, this should be cameraed up every 50 feet. But it is not. So avoid that. The Deegan is heavy getting into that both ways because of the issues on the Cross Bronx there, whatever it may be. I don't even know. Nobody's really saying. Queens is a mess in the LIE. Grand Central is eased out. Cross Island, both ways. The LIE is heavy. And the Van Wyck is a mess in the Hillside. But the Bell Parkway, though, hey, silver lining. That looks good. All right, so friends, it's now 8:15. We're going to go to our weather center now from our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. We thank him for the forecast here on the big broadcast. Looking at golden suns pretty much across the board for the entire tri-state area. So bring along the shades for the ride. Again, temps are now into the lower 70s here. It's almost mid 70s here in New Jersey. We'll take a look at the 5 boroughs. Again, temps are getting closer to 75 or so. As you see it here throughout the 5 boroughs into Long Island, or out to the island, I should say. Again, temps are once again into the lower to mid 70s or so. Again, the delta is not really that big here this morning. The lower 70s are what we're talking about here in Yonkers, Patterson, Poughkeepsie. A little bit cooler, obviously, up towards Middletown and Monticello into the lower 60s. Same thing here in southwestern Connecticut. A little warmer along the shoreline, about 75 or so now. 73 in Waterbury and 72 in Torrington. Let's take a look at John's forecast. Again, it's going to be another hot one today. Temps are into the right around 90 degrees. So another hot forecast for this Thursday. A little bit of an uptick in the humidity than it was from yesterday. But the beaches and the shore are going to be absolutely beautiful here today. So get out, enjoy the last vestiges of summer, right? As they say. So get out and enjoy. We'll be back in less than 30 minutes at 8:45 with another check of our forecast. We'll see if there's any rain in the forecast, as well as our exclusive 7-day weather forecast. And again, coming up in the middle of September when John goes back to school, we're going to get the forecast, the video forecast from him and his colleagues at the Weather Watcher Club out of Rutgers University. So excited for that. Those students do a lot of hard work, and trust me, it's a different story when you're actually when you're standing in front of the green screen or the monitor. I'm not quite sure what they have there, and making the graphics, and it's all about that as well. But it's the on-air presentation when you're just doing it and just recording it, watching it. It's a different feeling when people are watching. People are going to watch. It's a different story. I think Justin will probably agree with me on that. You might get into a different mindset, and I'm so happy to help out the students there at the Weather Watcher Club. giving them the opportunity to broadcast platform on YouTube, and there may be a couple other partners um, possibly in the works, but definitely confirmed here, but working on some other avenues to get some exposure for the Weather Watcher Club. But we'll see if those, which I think will be really, really good for that for their group. But anyway, that is some exciting news now for the upcoming season coming into September. What also is exciting is the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, as Justin and Anna have so wonderfully supported and gone to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. They are the sponsors of this half hour of programming. So we thank Ralph for the sponsorship of the big broadcast. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. 22 North Avenue West is the locale. And CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the place for more information. I would say, I'm going to switch back here for a moment to the maps, because this is his Facebook page, and the cornbread and strawberry jam, which I think Justin would thoroughly enjoy. My parents said it was the best ice cream they've ever eaten. Take that. Cornbread with strawberry jam and the root beer float. If you want those flavors, he did say it's a very, very limited production run, extremely limited. So I would say call the shop to find out if they still have that in stock, if that is still available. I think that this may be the final week, the next couple of days, maybe this weekend, because then Labor Day weekend, I believe that's when he starts with the fall flavors. So definitely give Ralph a call, 908-272-3000, just to confirm before you come up to the shop or down from the shop or wherever you're coming in from, on the train, plane, bus, whatever. Just to confirm that that flavor is there, or any of the other flavors. Sometimes he sells out. It's just that things happen. It just gets busy and he sells out, and just like any other food establishment, sometimes it's a popular flavor, it gets sold out very quickly. So again, give him a call there. We'll go back to the slides here. Some of the other ice creams: the Grasshopper Cappuccino Crunch, Oreo Cheesecake, the Cotton Candy, as Anna and her daughter have tried. Just very, very amazing ice cream. Again, has the core three, the vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Also has these wonderful ice cream sandwiches, chip witches, the flying saucers. Just wonderful stuff. Let's see if I can bring up the cupcake picture, and I took it in the wrong aspect ratio, so you'll see the Facebook page behind it. But these wonderful vanilla cupcakes with the vanilla ice cream, a little bit of vanilla cake, absolutely delicious. Wonderful stuff there. This is the wonderful sugar cone dipped in chocolate with the rainbow sprinkles. Ooh, decadent. I had breakfast this morning. I'm still hungry. There's the Dole Whip and the raspberry whip and the soft serve machine. So there's a lot to offer. He has the sorbets. He's got sugar-free, some frozen yogurt. So there's a lot to offer here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery for you. Also, he has these wonderful all occasion cakes, which are absolutely delicious. Small cake from 4 to 8, and large all the way up to a 40-person monster sheet cake, which I believe he has on order for this weekend. So I'm excited to see if Ralph has a chance to take a picture of that, because I'm just curious, just for my own curiosity. I just want to see what the thing looks like. It's just a massive cake. I mean, the thing it's got to weigh just like a ton. It's just a ton. That's just a lot of ice cream. I'm sure Justin can probably plow through that in 2 seconds. But anyway, so we thank Ralph for sponsoring this half hour of programming. Again, head over to the website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook. And the phone number, again, 908-272-3000 is the number. Give them a call just to check up on your favorite flavors to make sure that they are in stock. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. And it's been a fairly, very, very active morning across the Five Boroughs. And here I was saying the other day, the Thursday was going to be a little bit, little lighter than what we're seeing. But there is just plethora of traffic all across the entire board, no matter where you are. So the 495 stuff is cleared. We still have the accident on here on the turnpike going north at 10, just between 9 and 10 on the car lanes. You got to watch for that. Let's go to the New York incident. We're going to run down the incident pages here very quickly, and then we'll get back to the maps. South of the BQE, we got a crash there, just south of the Williamsburg Bridge. We've also got that crash on the FDR Drive, just north of 96th Street, heading south. Broken down vehicle east on the LIE out on Long Island. The shoulder is out. I doubt that's causing any kind of a major problem. The other issue is on the Hutch at Mamaroneck Road. Watch for that this morning with a misplaced tractor trailer on the shoulder. It's right here, westbound 84 west of the Brewster area. The shoulder is out there. We go to Connecticut now. Check in here. I just feel like I'm missing a lot of Connecticut stuff, and I don't know why. Connecticut traffic is awesome. It's so much fun to do. So just our normal delays here. Now the Merritt 52 to 42. That's a lot of traffic there. Well, let's go to Connecticut. Why not, right? 52 down through 42. Well, not really 42. I'd say just before 44. 8 and 25 is heavy in Bridgeport, and we'll go 27 down to 22. We'll go 18 down through 11, and then we pick up more traffic here, 8 through about 5. South of the Parkway is heavy, 40 down to 38. But that's just kind of normal stuff. Lower Westchester, that Hutch situation, I think maybe cleared now because just going north is a little bit heavy in that location. Southbound, it's on the shoulder. North on the Hutch is heavy at the cross county. And again, whatever was going on underneath the apartments here is screwed up traffic both ways on the Deegan, westbound. Everything to the outbound George is all just hammered, banged up, whatever adjective you'd like to use. It is just a disaster. We go to east on Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton. That's a mess. Eastern Suffolk County, for the most part, East Central Suffolk County is fine. Sunrise Highway, still pretty heavy here at the, looks like there's an accident. Okay, so let's go to the cameras. That's kind of what I thought, because it shouldn't be that heavy there. Justin, don't worry, we'll get back to the Charger. If you can hang with us here, I know with children crying and everything else, I get it. So hopefully you're still with us. So that's westbound there. This is at the Oakdale Bohemia merge. It's kind of what I thought, but thinking there's got to be some kind of a crash or something. It's bird cam. Names. Up by Connecticut Avenue. Gosh, I don't know. There's definitely. I mean, it's usually heavy in that location anyway, but I really think that there is something going on there. All right, so 8:27 now is our time. You know what we haven't done? We haven't done any kind of transit. Let's do that. We'll do transit, talk about the Charger, switch over, talk about Darley, and then we'll get back into the action here this morning. Raritan Valley, looking at about 15 minutes there because of congestion into Newark Penn, Hudsonburg and Light Rail. That's still on the list. I don't know why. And then subject to 15-minute delays both ways. Earlier disabled train at Burlington Town Center. Half now. See what's happening there. I think it's just the Hackensack River testing. Yep, that's what that is there. So nothing crazy. We go to the MTA. I don't even know if we even did the MTA here this morning. Apologize for that with the Lincoln Tunnel stuff. Local Express, northbound RW trains are running on the express track from Canal. We'll address the signal problem at 34th Herald Square. We go to the rails this morning. Metro North is fine. We have delays here on the Oyster Bay to Long Island City at 8:37, operating 10-15 minutes late. Port Jeff, train from Huntington due Atlantic Terminal at 8:36, operating 10 to 15 minutes late through Mineola. Okay, Ronkonkoma, 10 to 15 because of earlier switch trouble near Mineola. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the charger. So hopefully, Justin, you're still watching us, and you can see the front end of this is actually a spoiler. So the air flows straight underneath it. And keeps that front end, that nose down, especially with God knows how much power. So that's another good shot of the front end. Look at the lighting signature on the back. That's really sharp too. And this is actually a hatchback. So this is like the Corvette. It's a hatchback that opens up, which I find gives a lot more space for cargo and stuff when you have that hatchback instead of a conventional trunk. So there is the front lighting signature again. That's really cool looking. I thought maybe they had it inside. Oh, look at the back of that. That's really sharp. Cool stuff. Little Brembo brakes there. It actually has a sound generator that produces a sound similar to the Hellcat engine, which is very cool. Now, whether you can hear that on the outside, I don't know. Little carbon fiber on the mirror caps. That's the Fratzog, it's called. Doesn't mean anything, but that's what they've called that triangle shape. There's the kind of quasi SRT Hellcat badging. The Fratsonic, that's the name of the sound that they're calling it. See the air flows up and over and in. So yeah, a lot of fun there. Now again, not quite sure exactly how much horsepower we're talking. 800 volt architecture, which means that it probably will be fairly quick to charge. They are saying that it will be faster than the Hellcat engine. So you're probably looking at, I don't know, maybe mid twos, 2.5, 2.8, 2.7, 2.8, 0 to 60. I'm thinking. Horsepower boost button and exhaust system meant to make the Daytona SRT sound as loud as a Hellcat. It's crazy what they're doing. It is nuts. Let's see here. So for reference, the Charger Hellcat Red Eye jailbreak package, monstrous 807 horsepower, and the Red Eye we tested 3.5 to 60. They pushed the pass button called Power Shell, provided temporary power boost. So you're definitely under 3 seconds there with that. That's what I would go with. It almost has like a false kind of shifting. They're going to sell a ton of those if it's not priced at $100,000. It is just very, very cool. It's a great looking car right there. Great looking car. Let's see here. Whoops, sorry. What also is great looking, Darley looks great all the time, is the wonderful program called Travels with Darley. Talented Darley Newman and her wonderful program travel show called Travels with Darley. You can watch her on Amazon Prime, Wonder Motivation TV's Journey, and also on PBS Create and New Jersey PBS as well at 3:30 during the week, Monday through Friday. Go to her website, darley-newman.com, for more information. So we thank Darley for sponsoring the 8:30 half hour of the broadcast. All right, so let's go back to our action. And, friends, there's just a ton of it all over the place here. This is Sunrise Highways all banged up. LIE into Vets Highway is heavy. Some more moderate volume here, getting through Nassau into 135, again into 39 through 38. Searingtown Road, west on the southern and both ways at 135 is a solid ride. And there are your delays through Connecticut, as we aforementioned. East on 287 is busy, getting out from exits 2 through 5. Tappan Zee Bridge is good. Rockland County looks great on the thruway. Route 6, 84 is fine. Beacon Bridge is looking good. 84 is very quiet all the way out through Brewster, Lake Carmel. West on 84 is heavy here at 684. But 684 is fine. Katona, Bedford Hills, Mount Kisco, down into Purchase this morning. And there we go with the 208 roadwork once again, and screwing everybody in the Maple Avenue. It's been out there all week. I would imagine it's probably going to be out there even tomorrow. So give yourself plenty of travel time here in between Fairlawn and Glenrock along Route 208. So that is a big time mess here and only going to get worse before it gets better, friends. So just be mindful of that. East on 4 is heavy here at Teaneck Road. 17, a little sluggish both ways there. By the Lodi area, 20 into 20, 21 into 20 is busy. West on Route 3 is heavy at 46 through the long-term construction. Maybe that's the way we will go out to Fairfield next week to give you on the road tour. The camera will not overheat on me again. North on the Parkway, kind of normal stuff through Bloomfield. South on the Parkway through the long-term repair there is busy. Um, West on 24 is a solid ride out by the mall at Short Hills, and this turnpike is just a disaster exiting for 13A. And again, we this pops up every now and then, friends. Getting out to the port, it's here on North Avenue. It's just a parking lot. I mean, an absolute parking lot. Let's go to the turnpike cameras. Let me see if anything we can see here at 13A populate this morning. Let's see. This is exiting the turnpike, and it. I see what's tractor trailers here. I think that's the delay. That is the delay. Yes. Wow. I mean, they're not even moving. There is no one. I mean, like it's at a complete standstill. Wow. Gosh. Bad, 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 very bad, very bad. Out to 14. Could we have the culprit here? No, that looks like it's just the delay. Um, so that is the delay. Yeah. So your guess is as good as mine. I just think there's either a broken end vehicle or there's just that would have been gone, but maybe not. Again, friends, if my knowledge is correct, I believe this is only like well, it's really 2 lanes here heading this way, but it's a bit of a stiff ride heading out to the port this morning. That's out to IKEA, but then there are 3 lanes there, so I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's see what it is over the bridge. I think this is. Yeah, it's 3 lanes over the bridge, so I don't know what the I don't know what I don't know. I just don't know. Follow the pattern here. This is the toll plaza here, and then unless it's on this ramp to where the heck is that going? Jersey Gardens Boulevard out to Jersey Gardens. That wouldn't make any sense. Because there's really no direct access off of this to North Avenue. How do you get out to the port coming off the turnpike at 13A? Let's see. Let's see here. Avenue East, IKEA Drive, Elizabeth Seaport. So that is the area of question. So to North Ave, follow this around, back under, and this is North Avenue. So you're on North Avenue there. Okay. So 8:38 is your time. So I'm thinking something happened right in here, screwing up the traffic on the turnpike on the exit there. But then it's heavy. This is just kind of normal traffic now. Pardon me. That's what I would have to take a guess. That's what I would have to say, that there's something going on to this ramp that brings you over to North Avenue, and this could be some rubbernecking as far. Maybe it's a flipped over tractor trailer or something, but there's nothing on the incident list. That's just abnormally. I mean, it shouldn't. I mean, look what it's doing to traffic, though. This is backed up all the way south of Linden, friends. We're almost back into Carteret. That's how bad this delay is. Go back to the home page here. We'll take a look at the travel time for the turnpike. Like north. I just don't know if it's going to populate because it's such a long stretch. They put the travel times between. So, yeah, that's just kind of what we're dealing with here this morning. You know, if you're coming out of Middlesex County, you have to make your way up into Union, Essex. Stay with the Parkway coming off the Driscoll is going to be the much better ride for you, because you don't want to get involved in this disaster. And then we got the look at that Parkway camera again, out through Lawrence Harbor and 120. Saw some problems there. Looks like it's cleared, but I think there's road work here heading south on the local side, getting closer to 117. Right in here. All right, so 8:40 is our time. We're live here till 9 o'clock this morning. Give or take a couple of moments on either side of that. Comment section is open. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live here this morning. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. So 08 again, getting just decimated with that traffic because of the construction this morning, both ways there at Maple Avenue. Let's see here now. 80, 78, 287 is fine. 287, 17 up through North Jersey and Northwest Jersey. We're fine on 206 and 15. We'll go down the shore. You know, everything is still clear along the Garden State Parkway, 195. Same thing here on 55 and 42. That is fairly busy, but beginning to thin out. The Turnpike, 295 is clear. Ocean City, Atlantic City, the Parkway, Route 9. That is going to be moving fine. So now the belt has kind of gone downhill at Cropsey. Let's go investigate that. This New York City incident page list is really not populating things quite well. Let's go back to the 511 here, New York. Let's see if anything pops up there. No. Let's go to the cameras in real time. So 8:42 is our time. We're going to take a quick break. 3 minutes time to take a look at weather. Here, this camera doesn't show us anything. That's going That is going east. But yeah, I think that's going east. Here at Ocean Parkway, this is west. So there's definitely something happening here between Ocean across the Coney Island Viaduct, getting out to Cropsey. I would imagine it could be right on the viaduct itself. With that collision here, right there, just coming off the viaduct just before Cropsey. I think we're obviously dealing with something because that westbound side is back to Plum Beach. East is heavy as you get out to Bay 8th, and this is only, you're going to connect the dots here in a few minutes with some rubbernecking involved in that as well. East along the expressway here in Staten Island is heavy. West looks like they're setting up that construction or whatever was going on the last couple of mornings out to 440. Gowanus is a mess into the BQE. Look at this BQE, just doesn't recover from anything. You know, we had the earlier problem with Wythe Avenue, that's long gone. Midtown Tunnel, about a half an hour, 10 to 15 at the Ed Koch. It is just a ton of traffic everywhere, both ways. The LIE at the fairgrounds is heavy. Into the Jackie Rob, into the Kew Gardens interchange is heavy on the Jackie, as well as the westbound Grand Central, both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue also is a big old mess as well. North on the Cross Island is busy getting up into the Grand Central. East on the LIE is heavy here at the Clearview. Whitestone Expressway busy to the Whitestone Bridge. Throgs Neck Whitestone bridges are awfully crowded as well, getting into Queens. The Deegan is still jam-packed here both ways, getting into the RFK and Willis Avenue through the construction. FDR Drive is just buried in traffic into about just north of 96th Street with a crash. That's still being cleared this morning. West of the Cross Bronx has been heavy all morning long. It's just been a disaster, no matter where you, which way you slice it. And it has just been a tough morning there. Started pretty much right out of the gate on the CBX this morning. Let's go here, see if that FDR Drive is still there at 111. That's not showing us anything. I think it was 96th. It was right here. So that's gone. Drive accident is gone now. Let's see here. The westbound, this is at the Alexander Hamilton. Go a camera to the east of that. Getting closer to Jerome. Yeah, just a ton of traffic. I just, for whatever it's worth, I can't figure out why. Nothing being reported. That's under the apartments is awfully crowded as well. Let me just see if I don't see anything here for the George setting up for road work, and that's usually be for the lower roadway, not the upper. All right, we'll have to reinvestigate with that. But with that said, we go to the Weather Center and John's forecast. So golden suns across the board here this morning. Looking great. Just a beautiful day. Bring along the sunglasses for the ride. You're definitely going to need them. Temps here this morning into the lower 70s or so. So we're off and running here with the temps. Just a beautiful day to be out and about. So definitely get out and enjoy the day today. 5 boroughs looking at temps. Well, we're into the lower 70s to mid 70s or so. So it's starting to warm up fairly nicely across the board. Continue out towards Long Island. Temps well into the mid 70s now. Now I'm actually looking at some of the observations from an hour ago. We're almost at 77 now, almost 80 already at Kennedy. You know, sun doing its job, really heating up things this morning. Hudson Valley into the low to mid 70s or so. So again, it's fairly uniform across the board, up to the mid 70s as well here in southwestern Connecticut. Let's take a look at John's forecast for today. Looking at about 90 degrees here in Freehold, Trenton, Cherry Hill, 92. So another hot one is in store for our entire region. Take a look at our rain and storm threats. Nothing for today. Possibly scattered afternoon storms tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that. I hope not, because I like to go to the car show tomorrow, but we will see. But then after that, Saturday, Sunday, that is looking good. And Monday, we have another chance of some late storms there. So we'll keep an eye out for that as well. And here's your 7-day weather forecast, again, from our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco from the Weather Watcher Club over at Rutgers University. So 91 for today, 89 for tomorrow. Again, possibly that scattered storm. 86 on Saturday, 82 on Sunday. Another chance of storms on Monday, possibly into Tuesday, 86, 89, and 88 on Wednesday. So we're still staying fairly warm for the beginning part of next week. Towards the latter half of the week, it looks like we're I saw a quick extended preview of that. Looks like we potentially are going to be starting to cool off just a little bit. So maybe some more moderate, comfortable temperatures heading out to the Labor Day holiday weekend. So, John, we thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow here, my friend, on the Tri-State Traffic Show at 7. We talked about the sponsor of this half hour of programming, looking at Travels with Darley. Wonderful show there on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Ovation TV's Journey. Also, New Jersey PBS is another location you can find Darley's program. Follow her on her website, darley-newman.com, for more information. Wonderful program, just a great travel program. Really, definitely gives you the most local flavor of any of the travel programs that are out there in any of the destinations that she heads off to. She's in her 10th season now, out filming the 10th anniversary season, which will air sometime early next year. We'll keep you updated as far as when that will take place. But, it's finds the best places locally to eat, to drink, have an adventure, bike riding, hiking, all kinds of fun stuff. Darley is involved in just about all of that. Her wonderful staff put on a fantastic program, just an amazing show there on the PBS stations, as I mentioned, also onto Amazon Prime and Wondrum. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, let's show you a little clip of Travels with Darley. Let's see where we want to go. Let's do season 2, because I think NJPBS is just about getting into season 2 now. So sit back and enjoy.
When you travel with the locals, you never know what you'll discover or get into.
The mountain's 27,000 acres.
Whoa, how do you find the sheep?
Particular favorite with chili and garlic.
Ooh.
You just know you're in for a good time and memories to last a lifetime. From the Beatles' hometown of Liverpool to the Bronte sisters' parsonage on the wild moors, music, literature, food, and fantastic people are our travel inspiration.
There has to be some level that whenever people leave here, there's some sense of responsibility.
Oh, I couldn't exist without these girls.
We're really like a old-fashioned small town that happens to be located in a city.
That's just a sample of Travels with Darley. Again, Amazon Prime, PBS Create, Wondrum, Innovation TV's Journey, and New Jersey PBS. Head over to her website, darley-newman.com, for more information, and definitely follow her on Instagram as well as Twitter and Facebook for Travels with Darley. As you can see here, there we go. There's Darley at a recent event there celebrating the culture of Korea. And she was a guest there at that event. So Dar looking good there, and having a wonderful time back in New York City for just a brief amount of time. And then she's had a brief conversation with her earlier in the week, and then she's on the road again. So out there still continuing to film season 10 of Travels with Darley. Now, I was hoping this was going to populate some more temperatures here, but I think we still have another couple of minutes before that will take place here this morning. So we've got about another 10 minutes left in the broadcast. We will kind of run down the incident pages now for all of the areas in question. So finally, the Turnpike north, south of Interchange 10 at Edison, all lanes are now open, but we're down to a half-mile delay there. We go to the city incident page. Let's check in with our friends this morning here. Again, this is outdated. I don't even know why that's even up on the list, so we'll just avoid that altogether. Long Island, we are looking at still a broken down vehicle. That was still almost an hour ago. I can't believe that is still there. Shoulder, Hudson Valley. Let's check that vibe out. Let's see. Hutch still dealing with that tractor trailer. It struck the bridge at Mamaroneck Road. So that's going to be a prolonged situation. Springbrook north of Tuckahoe Road, 2 lanes are shut. So that's new. So let's do this with the cameras this morning. And we will go here. Oh gosh, where did they say that was? Let's see. I gotta bring up the next page. Sorry, friends. Let's do this. The sprain in Yonkers. That's where we're going. Right in here somewhere by Tuckahoe. Okay. Video not available. That's going north. So it's just north of. Is it just north of that? It's north of Tuckahoe. So it definitely is north of Tuckahoe here this morning, out by the Grassy Spring Reservoir. Let's go to the maps here. I'll put that on the map for you. It's right in here. So, you're probably better off with the Bronx River Parkway, or Route 100 will be the better option for you with that crash. Again, hopefully everyone is okay there. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page. We'll check in with our friends in the Constitution State this morning. 95 South is busy 2722, 1713, 8 through 5. Kind of normal stuff there. And then 5247 and 40 through 36, 44, 41, 44 to 36. I don't know why they just don't connect the dots there. But we'll take it over here. So again, Merritt Parkway heavy there for some reason. Don't know why. That should not be that way, but I don't have any reports of anything. Just a lot of slow traffic. South along the 8 and 25 is busy into Bridgeport at 26 down to 22. Then we'll go 18 down through 15. And then heavier 8 on over to just about exit 6. That location down through the Greenwich area. The north here on the NET is busy getting into Greenwich as well. East on 287 heavy here coming into White Plains. We will go to, again, Rockland, Orange County, Dutchess County. All is clear. Upper Westchester, we're fine. All right, so Hudson Valley, Connecticut retired for the morning. Again, look at this massive problem here on 208 as you get in towards Maple Avenue. Just a big mess here this morning. Again, that's all with that road work in the process of being set up, or really set up now. North on the Parkway is heavy, getting up to 153. Don't know why there. I mean, maybe they're paving that section or something, because it shouldn't be that heavy for this time of the morning, for this time of the year. Although we may be starting to see some more traffic coming back. Maybe it's, I don't know if Montclair has started yet. It's very possible Montclair State has fired up here this morning. So maybe we've got some students heading up the Parkway to get out to Montclair State through Route 3, but I'm not sure. The turnpike here is just a parking lot, a bacchanal of traffic from 12 into 13A. Just a mess. 287 also hitting the brakes here both ways out between exits 1 through 4 or so. 78, I think that there is the road work now setting up out through Tunnel Road, which will be for the rock blasting. Again, that could be subject to closure. That's what I think I'm going to go with here this morning. We go to 78. Let's populate that. There we go. Tunnel Road. You're going to see some slow traffic with the right lane shut. And there it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Probably big booms here if they're doing some rock blasting. So again, watch for that east on 78 out of Bloomsbury. Between exits 7 through 11. That repair this morning. I'll be there till about 3 o'clock, right in this locale here. That repair, again, I'm going to go subject to closure because they may have to close it up both ways this morning. South Jersey is good. Turnpike Parkway 195, 5542. That's, again, really it's just on the 76 West is heavy. Let's see, Atlantic City, Somers Point, Ocean City, Millville, Egg Harbor Township, Somers Point, Seattle City, Avalon, Wildwood, and Cape May all are going to be in the clear. Again, the city is just can't win. It's just a disaster. West in the belt, there's definitely something going on at Cropsey Avenue. That's still being cleared both ways here through the construction. It's really in the center median shoulder of the building, but everyone seems to be wanting to slow up. Staten Island Expressway there just before 440 this morning, so watch for that. Gowanus is a little bit heavy now this morning as we go outbound into Fort Hamilton Parkway. That's about inbound side across the top of the world is busy. Battery Tunnel about 10. Again, the BQE, you just can't win. I mean, there's just traffic everywhere through Western Queens. You got nowhere to go. Eastern Queens isn't any better. Cross Island is heavy all the way up to the Grand Central. Both ways, the Van Wyck at Hillside is heavy. Both ways, the LIE is crowded at the Clearview. North of the Whitestone Expressway up to the bridge is busy. South on the Whitestone and the Throgs Neck is going to be a mess. West on the Cross Bronx is going to be heavy here. As you still approach into the outbound George, same thing on the Bruckner elevated section onto the Deegan. I mean, it is just, wow. You know, I really wish I knew what was going on to the George getting away from the city and why that is as heavy as it is. I just don't know. I mean, I can't even speculate to think that maybe some people are getting out of the city for weekend, but I don't think that's it. There was something else happening. We'll say an average of 10 minutes across the board at the Hudsons. Let's go to transit now. We're going to wrap up here in about 5 minutes time. So the River Line is now operating on or close to schedule. That's good news. Let's go to PATH. We'll talk to you about that. We still have the mandatory Hackensack River testing once again here today. From 10 to 11, 1 to 2. That's on the Newark to World Trade again. Newark to World Trade. Let's go to the MTA. Check in with them. R&W trains are still having delays. Signal issues at Herald Square. So we go to the rails. Take a look at Metro North is fine. We still have some delays on the Port Jeff branch. Jamaica doing a Port Jeff at 9:51, operating 15-20 minutes later after being delayed in Jamaica. Late arriving equipment there, so look for that. So where do we go now? Oh boy, so we're getting ready to wrap up the big show. Don's got to go. Let's see here. Yeah, it is just really busy, just like across the board. And just, wow, it's really starting to cook up here. Again, avoid that spraying going through northern Yonkers at Tuckahoe Road. The issue, and then our other big issue here is this turnpike and the 13A disaster. Whatever is going on there, I don't know. I just don't think the turnpike even knows what's happening. Um, my feelings are that it is something obviously to do with the port traffic getting out to here. But what that is, I don't know. I don't know. Unless everybody decided to make a run at the port all at the same time, or for some reason they are. It's definitely something. I just don't know. But again, what I do know is to tell you to avoid it. All right, friends. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here this morning for a Thursday. Yeah, we've got the dates right. It is the Thursday. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the broadcast. Anna, Alexandra, and Justin, who have joined us, and everyone else who's jumped in and out here the last 2 hours or so. I probably should sit up straight and have some good posture, right? So we thank everybody for joining us here on the show. We also thank our sponsors, Travels with Darley, also the Shave Cave and Clark, 1471 Raritan Road, and also Ralph and the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, 22 North Avenue West, 908-272-3000 is the phone number. We also always have to thank our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco, from the Weather Watcher Club at Rutgers University in beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey. Thank him for the forecast. As always, we'll see John's forecast back here on the show for a Friday tomorrow morning, beginning at 7. And yes, I'll do everything I can to get us up and running at 7. But again, we had a little bit of trouble with the servers. I don't know what was going on with that, so I have to do some more investigation for us there. Have a terrific Thursday. Get out and enjoy this wonderful weather. Drive safely, and again, just slow it down and certainly be careful because in certain areas, as I mentioned, certain colleges are now open. Schools will be getting back into session, so just get your mindset to slow things down. Even in my area, there's a lot of traffic on a lot of these local streets, and people are flying. I feel like they're going to pass me on a local road. It's insane. So be in such a big hurry, right? Slow it down. All right. So with that said, have a terrific Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.